Hey there. Have you ever been listening to a conversation and someone says they hit the nail on the head, and you kind of wonder, wait, what nail? Were they building something? If that sounds familiar, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to break down 7 super common English idioms and get you using them like you've known them your whole life.
You know, if you've ever felt just a little bit lost hearing a phrase that makes zero sense when you take it literally, well, you are definitely not alone. Idioms can be tricky for everybody at first. But don't you worry, this whole explainer is designed to help you master them, so you can feel really confident using them in your own conversations.
All right, here's our game plan. First, we'll look at idioms for when things are going great. Then, we'll jump into some phrases about taking action. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with your brand new idiom toolkit. Sound good? Let's do it.
Okay, our first stop is all about success and being in control. These are the kinds of phrases you can pull out when you're really doing well and you've got everything handled.
So first up is ahead of the curve. This is such a great one. It's for when you're describing someone or maybe a company that's an innovator, a real trendsetter. They're not just keeping up with everyone else, they are actually leading the way. Let's hear it in a sentence. Our company is ahead of the curve when it comes to technology. So what this really means is the company isn't just using today's tech, they're already using tomorrow's. They are a step ahead of everybody else. Next, we have on top of it. This is the perfect phrase for when you're super busy, maybe juggling a bunch of different things, but you have it all completely under control. You're not stressed out, you're just handling it. For example, you could tell a coworker, "Don't worry, I'm on top of it. Everything is under control." See how confident that sounds? It's a really great way to reassure people that they don't need to worry.
All right, let's talk about fairness for a second. The phrase level playing field, well, it describes a situation where everybody has an equal and fair shot at succeeding. Nobody has a secret advantage. It's all about letting the best person or the best idea win.
Now listen to this example. The new law will create a level playing field for small businesses. This suggests the new law gets rid of unfair advantages that big companies might have had, which gives the little guys a fair chance to compete.
Oh, this is a fun one. When you hit the nail on the head, it means you've said something that is 100% right. Your observation is perfect. It's spot on. It's a really nice compliment to give someone when they have a great idea. And here's how you'd use it. Imagine saying, "You hit the nail on the head when you said we need better communication." That's basically like saying, "Wow, you are absolutely correct, and you've pointed out the most important part of this whole issue." Okay, let's shift gears and move to our next set of idioms. This bunch is all about taking action and making really smart, wise moves. These phrases are going to help you sound decisive and insightful. Now, this next one sounds a little strange, I know, but there is more than one way to skin a cat has a really useful meaning. It just means that there are lots of different ways to solve the same problem, so it's a great reminder to be creative and to not give up so easily. So if you see a friend struggling with something, you can encourage them by saying, "Don't give up, there's more than one way to skin a cat." It's a really nice way to tell them to try looking at the problem from a different angle. Okay, time to talk about speed. The idiom, "get it in gear," is basically a call to action. It means it's time to stop messing around, start working harder, and move faster. Time to get serious. You'll hear this a lot when time is short. For example, "We're running late, let's get it in gear."
It's a very clear, very direct way of saying, okay, everyone, we need to hurry up right now.
This next one is all about being, well, clever in your relationships. To know which side your bread is buttered on means you understand who the important people are in a situation, like your boss, and you act in a way that keeps them happy. It's about being strategic. For instance, you might hear someone say, "He always agrees with his boss. He knows which side his bread is buttered on." This kind of implies that he's being very careful to protect his job by always staying on his boss's good side.
And just like that, you've done it. You've just added 7 really useful idioms to your English toolkit. So let's do a super quick review to make sure they all stick. Here they are, one last time. Let's go through them. Ahead of the curve, on top of it, level playing field, hit the nail on the head. There is more than one way to skin a cat. Get it in gear. And finally, know which side your bread is buttered on. So, there you have it. Now it's your turn. Think about your day, your work, or just your next conversation. Which one of these awesome new idioms are you going to try out first? Thanks so much for joining, and we'll see you in the next explainer.